Example 2, BEC 2008, question 2a. Now we are being told that the diagram AEBCD, that is ABCD, shows the shape of Mr. West's garden, which is made up of a rectangular portion, that is ABCD. So this ABCD is a rectangular portion and a triangular portion, AEB. So AEB is a triangle and then ABCD is a rectangular. Now we are being given the dimensions, and then we are being told first we find the height, and then they are saying that the height of the triangle is 20 meters. So the height of the triangle is 20 meters. We are being told to find I, the area of ABCD. Now look at it. ABCD. ABCD is a rectangle, and rectangle is the length times the breadth. So clearly we can say that that would be 90 times 70, or DC times BC. So clearly with our I, the area, our area becomes what? DC times BC. That is, we know the length times breadth. Now, what is the DC? The DC is giving us 90. What is the BC? BC is giving us what? 70. Now, what is 9 times 7? 9 times 7 is 63. And then we add the 2 zeros. So that is 6,300. And then this is meters square. Because it's area, that's meters square. The second one says that area of AEB. Now, AEB is a triangle. And how do you find area of a triangle? Area of a triangle is what? Half times the base times the perpendicular height. That is area of a triangle. Now we have half. Now what is the base? What is the base? The base, this is the base. Clearly AB is the base, and this AB is the same as DC. So AB is 90 degrees. So we say that half, that is 90. And then what is the height? The height of the triangle is giving us 20. Now this is the height of the triangle. This is the perpendicular height of the triangle. And it is 20 meters. So times 20. What can we see? 2 go here 1. 2 go into 20. That is 10. Now what is 90 times 10? 9 times 1 will give us 9, and then we bring the zeros, 2 zeros. So our area is equal to 900 meters square. Now the third one says the total area of the garden. Now the garden is made up of what? A triangle and a rectangle. So our total area that is going to be what? Area of the triangle. That is 900 plus area of the rectangular part, which is 6,300. Now here, 900 plus 300, that will give us what? That's 1,200 plus the 6,000. So that will be 7,200. That is meters square. That is the total area. Now, what is the fourth question? The fourth question says that what? We should find the perimeter of the garden. Now, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the total distance around a figure. Now, let's see the figure. So, it's going to be the perimeter, that's going to be what? AE plus EB plus BC plus CD plus DE. That's the total distance around it. So, clearly, our perimeter, that is AE plus EB plus BC plus CD plus AD. Now what is AE? We have 48.5. What is EB? That is 50. What is BC? That is 70. What is CD? That is 90. What is AD? That is 70. Now, looking at it carefully, what can we see? Clearly, we can see that 70 plus 70, this is giving us 140. Now, what is 140 plus 50? That is what? 190. What is 190 plus 90? That is 280. Now, 280 plus 48.5. This will be 328.5 meters. The area enclosed by a square garden is 121 meters square. We are being told what is the distance around the garden. We want to find the perimeter around the garden. Now, this garden is what? A square. So let's sketch a square first. So first, sketch a square. Now, all the sides are equal. So if this is L, this side too is L, this side too is L, this side too is what? Is L. Now, what is the area of a square? Area of a square is L times L. And this is giving us L squared. Now, from the question, what have we been given? They are saying that the area is 121 meters square. So we've been given that's the area to be equal to 121 meters square. Clearly, L square is equal to 121 because the area has been given. So L square, which is the area of a square, equal to what? 121. That's what has been given. Now, this L, the square we're going to change as square root of 121, and this is 11 meters, or L square equal to 121. L square, we can change 121 to 11 square because 11 times 11 is 121. And this is saying that when the exponents are the same, we equate the bases. So from here, L is equal to 11 meters. Now we want to find the distance around the garden. Now the distance around the garden is the perimeter. And we know that perimeter of a square is 4L. That is adding all the sides. So clearly 4. What is our L? 11. And this is giving us 44 meters. That's the perimeter of the garden. Now let's consider this example, BEC 2013, question number 3b. We are being told that we are given that the circumference of a circle is 44 centimeters. We are supposed to find I, the radius of the circle, I, the area of the circle. Now, what have been given to us? And then we are being told we should take pi to equal to 22 over 7. Now, we've been given that is circumference to be 44 centimeters. We also know pi to be 22 over 7. The first one says you should find the radius of the circle. Now, circumference is giving us 2 pi r. That is circumference of a circle. Clearly, what is the circumference? We've been given the C to be 44. So in place of the C, we have 44 equal to 2 pi r. What is pi? Pi is 22 over 7. So 2 pi 22 over 7 times r, we have 44. What is the LCM? The LCM is 7. So you have to multiply each term, that is each side, by the 7, the LCM. So you have 7 times 44 equal to 7 times 2 times 22 over 7 times our radius r. Clearly, this 7 is cancelling out that 7. Let's see, we have 44 here times 7. Now you can see 2 times 2 will give you what? 44. So I wouldn't multiply out the 7 times 44. So from here, I have 7 times 44 equal to 44 r. I want to find r, so I divide both sides by what is multiplying the r. So I have 7 times 44 over 44 equal to 44r over 44. So this is cancelling out that. The 44 is cancelling out this 44 because it's multiplying. So clearly our r is 7 centimeters. Now the second one says you find the area of the circle. Now what's the formula for finding area of a circle? Now area of a circle is given as what? Pi r squared. So our area, pi r squared. Now what is pi? Pi is 22 over 7. Now what is the radius? We have 7 square. Now this is the same as 7 times 7, that is the 7 square. So one of these 7 will cancel 1. Now what is 22? So we have 22 times 7. And 22 times 7 is 154. And because it is area, that is centimeters square. I believe it is very easy. Let's consider this. We have in the diagram ABCD, that's ABCD, is a circle of radius 14 centimeters and center O. Line BO. Line BO is perpendicular to line AC. Calculate the total area of the shaded portions. We want to find the area of the shaded portion. Clearly, looking at it, everything is concentrated at a semicircle. So that's we can consider the semicircle ABC. So if we want to find the area of the shaded portion, we can say that this is the same as what? Area of the whole semicircle minus area of the triangle. So here we can say that the area of the shaded portion that is area of the semicircle minus area of the triangle. Now, what is the area of the semicircle? We have to find the area of the semicircle and then also find the area of the triangle. Now, area of the semicircle. Area of the semicircle. How do you find, what's the formula for finding area of a full circle? That is pi r squared. And because it is half, we divide it by 2. So we have half times pi r squared. Now, what is the pi? Pi is giving us 22 over 7. Now, what is the radius of the semicircle? OC is the radius of the semicircle, which is 14. So here we have 14 square. So we have half times 22 over 7. 14 square is 14 times 14. 7 will go here 1 into itself 1. 7 will go into 14. That is 2 times. 2 will go into itself 1. 2 will go into 22. That is 11. Now what is 11 times 2? That is 22. What is 22 times 14? And 22 times 14 is 308. That is centimeters square. Now, so we are done with the area of the semicircle. The next one is for us to find the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle. Now, area of the triangle is given as half times the base times the height. That's the perpendicular height. That's the perpendicular height. Now, let's look at the diagram carefully. The base is AC. The base of the triangle is AC. And if OC is 14, the radius, this height is what? Is 14. Now, what is the height? What is the height of the triangle? The height of the triangle is the same as OB, which is also radius, but it has not been given to you. So OB is also a radius, which is what? 14 centimeters. So carefully, the base, that will be what? 14 plus 14. Because the base is the diameter and it's 2r. And then what is the height? The height is 14. Clearly, we have half times 28 times 14. Now 2 go into itself 1. 2 will go into 28. That is 14 times. So 14 times 14, this will give us 196 centimeters square. Now the question says you should find the area of the shaded portion. Clearly, area of the shaded portions, this is equal to area of the semicircle. What's the area of the semicircle? That is 308. And then what is the area minus the area of the triangle? What's the area of the triangle? We have the area of the triangle to be 196. And clearly, this will give us 112 centimeters square. I believe it is an easy question. So looking at it carefully, we want to find the area of the shaded portion. So we consider the semicircle, and then we say that what area of the whole semicircle minus area of the triangle. That gave us the area of the shaded portion. Now let's consider this example. The diagram above shows a running track A, B, C, D, E, F. That is A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, and ED are straight sides. So A, B, and ED are straight sides. The ends, that is A, F, E, and B, C, D, are semicircular shapes. So semicircular, that is semicircle. Now AB is equal to ED. So AB is equal to ED, which is 90 meters. And then AE is the same as BD, which is equal to 70 meters. The first one says you find the total length of the two semicircular ends. That is AFE, and then BCD. We should find, says that we should find the total length. That's AFE plus BCD. Let's carefully look at it. Now, let's see length. So the first one, that is A. Let's get length of each circular end. Now, looking at it, this is the same as that. This is not drawn to scale. You can see that clearly AE is 70, and we are being also told that the BD is also 70. So it is telling us that what? AFE is the same as BCD. So the length are the same. So length of each circular end. We know that this one, this end, is a semicircle. So length of each semicircular end. That is perimeter of a semicircle. And this is giving us half times 2 pi r. Now, this 2 cancels that, so we have pi r. Now, what is pi? We know pi to be equal to 22 over 7. We were given diameter. The diameter is the AE. Diameter is the AE. So, diameter is 70. Therefore, our radius. How do you find radius? That's diameter divided by 2. So, that is 70 over 2. And this is 35 meters. Therefore, the length of each semicircular end. Now, this will be equal to pi. We know pi to be 22 over 7. And then the radius, pi r. What is the radius? The radius is 35. 7 will go into itself 1. 7 will go into 35. That is 5 times. So you have 22 times 5. And this is 110 meters. 110 meters. Now, the question is saying that we should find the total length of the two semicircular ends. Therefore, total length of the two because they are the same, we have 110 plus 110, and this will give us 220 meters. 220 meters. Either this way or the two circular ends will form a circle. So we have a complete circle. Now this one can be A, F, E, and then this side is also the BDC. So you can consider it as a full circle. Now, what is this side? This side is from here to here. That's the diameter, and it is 70. So clearly we can say that this is 35 and this is also what? 35. Now the perimeter of a full circle, that is what? 2 pi r. We know pi to be 22/7, and then we know the radius also to be 35. 7 go here 1, 7 go into 35 how many times? That is 5 times. Now 22 times 5, that is 2, that is 110. 110 times 2, that is 220 meters. Now the second one says the perimeter of the running track A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, so for the running track, the perimeter of what? AB plus the arc BCD plus DE plus the arc EFE or FEFE. Now, so the second one, that is the B, the perimeter total distance around a figure. So clearly looking at it, we can say AB plus the arc, that is BCD, plus DE plus the arc AF plus the arc, that is what? AFE. Now what is AB? What is AB? AB is 90. What is BCD? That is 110. What is DE? DE is also 90. And then what is AFE? We had AFE to be 110. Now what is 90 plus 110? That is 200. 200. And then 90 plus 110, another 200. So adding all, that is 400 meters. That is perimeter of the running track. Now, what's the last one asking us? It is saying that we should find the total area of the running track, that is A, B, C, D, E, F. Now let's say this is the first one, A1. Let's consider this to be A1. Let's consider this to be A2. Let's consider this to be A3. So our total area becomes A1 plus A2 plus A3. But I know that A1 is the same as what? A3. Now our total area, that will be what we said, A1. So let's consider the diagram here. We said this is our A1, this is our A2, this is our A3. Now this is 70 and then this is 90 meters. Now, so we have A1 plus A2 plus A3. Now, A1 is the same as A3. And because it is a semicircle, clearly, what's the area of a semicircle? That is half times pi r squared. Now, we have half. What is pi? Pi is 22/7. Now, what is radius? Clearly, our diameter is 70. So our radius is what? Diameter divided by 2. So 70 divided by 2, which will give us 35. We already have it. So we have 35 squared. So we have half times 22/7 times 35 times 35. 2 go into self 1, 2 will go here, 11. 7 will go into self 1, 7 will go here, 7 will go into 35, that is 5 times. So we have 11 times 5 times 35. And this will give us 1,925 meters square. Now I want to find A2, and clearly the A2 is a rectangle. So rectangle, what's the formula for finding the rectangle? That is the length times breadth. So length times breadth. What is the length? The length is 90. And then the breadth is 70. What am I saying? AB is the same as AD. So the length, which is AD or AB, is 90. The breadth is 70. Now, what is 90 times 70? That is 6,300 meters square. But we know that our A1 is the same as what A3. So our total area, we know A1 plus A2 plus A3. Now what is our A1? That is 1,025, A2 6,300 plus A3, the same as 1,025. And when you add all this, that will be 10,150 meters square. Because 25, that will give us 50. So in all, we have 10,150 meters square. Okay, let's consider this question. The diagram below is a plane figure made up of a rectangle of size 50 centimeters by 28 centimeters. So that's 50 by 28 centimeters. And an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. It means that the triangle, all the sides are equal, of height 24.25 centimeters. A circle is cut out of the rectangle. So we have a rectangle here that the circle is cut out as shown. If the circle touches three sides of the rectangle, so the circle is touching the three sides. What is it telling us? It is telling us that the diameter is the same as 28. That's the down part of the rectangle that we can see there. Now, the first one says you should calculate the perimeter of the figure. Now, what is perimeter? The total distance around a plane figure. Now, let's see. So, that is the distance that is from here to that side to this side. Okay, so let's consider this diagram over here. Let's label it. Probably you can see that this is A, B, C, D, and then the point here E. Let's name here P. You want to find the perimeter. That's the total distance around it. So we can say that AB plus BC plus CD, that's this side, plus DE plus AE. Plus AE. Now, AB, we are being told that ABE, that is a triangle, is an equilateral. It means all the sides are equal. So if this is 28, it means that from B to E to is what? That is also what? 28. That is B to E. And this side, AB to is what? 28. This side to is what? 28. So clearly AB is 28. Now what is BC? If this is 50, BC to is what? Is 50. What is CD? CD is 28. What is DE? DE is 50. And then what is AE? What is AE? AE is the same as BE. So that one too is 28. Now, carefully, what is 50 plus 50? 50 plus 50 is 100. 28 plus 28 plus 28, this is giving us 84. So adding all, that will be 184 centimeters. So that is the first one. That is the first one, A. Now, what is the B telling us? We find the area of the remaining portion of the figure. Now, a circle has been cut out, and we want to find the area of the remaining portion. Clearly, the area of the remaining portion will be what? The area of, that is a triangle, plus the rectangle minus the area of the circle, because we are taking the circle out of this. So the area of the remaining portion, area of the remaining portion is equal to area of the triangle plus area of rectangle minus area of the circle. When you take the circle out of it, that is what we will get the remaining point, because we are being told that the circle is being cut out. So you have to find area of the triangle and then area of the rectangle and then also area of the circle. Now, what is the area of the circle? Area of the circle, we know it's what? Pi r square. CD is a diameter. So we know diameter, that is 28. Therefore, our radius, which is what? Diameter over 2. And this is 28 over 2, which is 14. Therefore, the area of a circle, pi, the pi is 22 over 7. The radius is 14 times 14. Now, 7 will go into this of 1, 7 will go into 14. That is 2 times. So we have 22 times 2 times 14. Now, what is 22 times 2? That is 44. What is 44 times 14? This will give us 616. And then the unit, that is centimeters, we have centimeter square. Now, let's see the area. So we have to find the area of the triangle. So area of the triangle, we know it's what? Half times the base times the perpendicular height. Now, what is the base? The base is the same as BE, which is 28 centimeters. And then what is the height? The height is 24.25. The height, that's 24.25. 2 go here, 1, 2 go into 28, that is 14. So I get 14 times 24.25. And when you multiply out this, you are going to get 339.25. And when you multiply out, you are going to get 339.5 centimeter square. That is the area of the triangle. We are also left for us to find the area of the rectangle. So the other one, that is area of the rectangle. You know, area of the rectangle is length times breadth. So that's the length times the breadth. So clearly we can say that, we can say, okay, well, 20, you can say 50 times 28. And this will give us 1,400 centimeter square. Hence, the area of the remaining portion, area of the remaining portion, we said that what? Area of the remaining portion is area of the triangle plus area of the rectangle. Now, what is the area of the triangle? The area of the triangle, we had it to be 339.5. Now, what is the area of the rectangle? The area of the rectangle, we have to be what? 1,400. So clearly, we are going to get, that is 339.5 plus 1,400 minus the area of the circle. Area of the circle. What's the area of the circle? The area of the circle is 616. Now, 339.5 plus 1,400. This is 1,739.5 minus 616. And this will give us, that is 1125. 11, that is 1123.5 centimeter square.